Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Spirit of Justice. We are heading into, to see Garan because she apparently wants an audience with Phoenix Wright, I guess? Question mark. I don't like this because it's the queen and I'm a little, it's kind of scary. What? That was cool.
Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time.
We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake.
Is that what people have been saying about me?
Right! Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence.
Oh, Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well.
It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day.
Yes, Your Eminence.
Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own.
Well, before we do that, presenting the badge.
Please take a look at this.
That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So, we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence. Simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us.
Sorry.
Okay, that's not intimidating at all.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool!
Ow!
That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would never have done such a thing!
But he did abduct Maya. That much is...
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You will pay for this! You...
Ow! 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 Please, your benevolence!
Poor Rafa.
That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing.
Huh?
We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power, and with it he intended to usurp the throne.
Mother!
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration. and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
The secret police? They came up during the High Priestess murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us.
So your eminence had no control over them?
As much as it shames us to admit it, Khura'in is not the united realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom.
How could Father?
But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne.
I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb.
Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding?
What about him?
He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft.
And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together.
The capture of the infamous villain, Dirk Sadmati. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day.
Hail Her Eminence, Queen Garret, Grand Priestess of Khura'in! Her Eminence spiritual power, invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother.
I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered.
Father.
Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that instant that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara.
Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence?
As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence?
The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted.
Now, why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, I wonder. Ha 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 ha.
Poor Phoenix.
In Kurine, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss.
So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused.
We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown.
Well, I guess so, but... without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree?
Yeah, I disagree a lot because, prosecutors are not perfect. They're human. They're not gods.
Perfect prosecutors in their perfect trials, huh?
This screams very vaguely of Varn Karma.
Let's not get started down this path.
Yeah, poor Edgeworth. Too much awkward.
Furthermore, here in Kurine, we have the divination seance. And so it is that we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie.
Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I've found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least.
Such relentless rhetoric. Your
Well, that's a
reputation
new
precedes
animation.
you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined.
Oh, no, that wasn't my intention.
It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged.
If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure.
The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Kurine dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act.
Really? None at all.
Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all.
Yeah.
About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you are with.
Oh, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son.
I'm not sure if you wanted to mention that because I'm sorry, the queen is kind of fishy.
Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Dirks? Royal Guard.
Your Eminence! Yeah, this isn't good.
What's she whispering in that one guy's ear?
Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now.
Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way.
Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so... maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar.
I don't like where this is going. I don't really like where this is going. Apollo better run, man. I think she's gonna go for him.
What? Was that a lion?
Oh, that? Caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbod.
A bird? That sounds like that? Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me.
It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff.
Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before.
Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days.
If it's so rare, then what's one doing here, in the middle of the bazaar?
You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Ah! Was that a gunshot?
Ha 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 ha! Start of your PW?
Suddenly that's.
What was that, Dats?
The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps.
Uh-huh. And you need those... why?
Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately.
You could say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest fake murder / suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar.
Hopefully this means Torustus' death won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway?
Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as diversion when we need to shake Garan's goons.
Huh?
Like this.
Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime and I'm not chasing you.
Your reaction! That was priceless, BW. Guess I stalled that warbod too.
It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing.
I don't know who said that. Rafa.
You there! You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes! Take that!
And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Barbhead!
Your benevolence. What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
And how do you know that?
I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty.
I still like this theme of hers.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth?
So, let me guess, we got Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth, and then a little girl sidekick. How nostalgic.
As you wish, right?
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Right, please.
Barbhead, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me!
Off she goes.
Wait! She's sure in a hurry.
Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well.
Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair.
Can we talk? Is there anything new? No. Alright, let's move then.
Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings house Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa.
There are footprints coming from this residence.
Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are?
Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere.
Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this.
Uh-oh. Oh no, is that Rafa?
I think someone's in there.
Father.
Is that Princess Rafa?
There were still so many things I wished to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy.
Oh. father.
Princess Rafa? Are you in there?
Just a moment. I'll be right out.
Poor Rafa. Oh, Rafa. Rafa, do you need a hug?
I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first.
You are eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes. Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing.
Ugh.
It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid barbhead!
Yow!
You could have at least feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter just shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom.
I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve, keeping the Crown Princess waiting.
Oh, sorry?
This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looks like?
The shadow? Huh, I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I really hope she's alright.
I really hope she's okay too. Can I examine anything out here? Oh.
This place is decorated with all sorts of colorful flowers. And that view from the veranda looks like it would be amazing. If I had to guess, I'd say Rafa must live here.
Oh, okay, I guess there won't be an exchange. I thought there would be an exchange there, but I guess not. So let's move into Inga's private quarters then. Holy crap, there's a lot of places to go here. Probably gonna stop pretty soon, so.
What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Ah, this staff keeps getting in my way. Nana! Oh,
Huh? Where's Nana?
Dana's missing now?
Normally... she comes running whenever Rafa calls.
that's right. Nana is...
Nana is... what?
Oh well. You, barbhead, come, hold this staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy and I'm tired of holding it.
How does Nana put up with this day in and day out?
Poor Nana!
I'll just set it over here for now.
Alright, is that good? Can we start investigating? Okay, alright, we'll do the proper investigation in the next video, so I'll see you guys then. Continuing in 3, 2, 1. Although I realize if I just, like, let it keep playing, it would have been fine, because I don't have to talk at any point in this, don't I?